My poet was Ezra Weston Loomis Pound. He was born on October 30th, 1885 in Haley, Idaho. He was raised in Philadelphia though. He only lived like a year in Haley, Idaho. He went to high school at Mrs. Heacock's Cheltenham Hills School. After his high school education, he went to college at the University of Pennsylvania and Hamilton College. He thought his education was important to him, and that is why he stayed in school and didn't drop out like most poets do to just like write. He decided to stay in school and actually get an education. He traveled to many places, including Venice, Great Britain, and other countries in like Europe and Asia. This is when he took a liking to like Japanese and Chinese style poetry. This is why people considered him responsible for defining and promoting a modern aesthetic in poetry. He may not have started poetry, but he definitely made a massive contribution to it. His inspirations in poetry were composed of T.S. Eliot, Robert Frost, and other great poets. Ezra enjoyed classical music, and when it came to religion, Ezra didn't really have like a certain religion. He did believe in like philosophy, however, and whenever it came to politics, he was a fascist, and like he looked like his inspirations for politics were Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler, unfortunately. Despite some of his weird beliefs, he won the Wollongren Library of Congress Award and married Dorothy Shakespeare. He had many great quotes, but two that I liked were, "A man of genius has a right to any mode of expression," and "A slave is one who waits for someone to come and free him." I like these quotes because they deliver the truth. The first one expresses that if a man is smart, he can show any expression because he can be smart about his actions. The second one is basically like, you shouldn't wait for someone to get you out of a problem. You should solve that problem. You shouldn't just wait on someone to do it for you. Later in his life, Ezra was arrested on charges of treason. He didn't go to a prison, however, he actually went to a mental health hospital because people declared him mentally ill. He was released after a few years. He entered a period of voluntary exile in Venice, Italy. He later on died a semi-recluse in Venice. He died on November 1st of 1971, and he was 87 years old. He died like 2 days after his birthday. The poet that I chose somewhere, whatever. The poem it's called A Pact, and it says, "I have detested you long enough. I come to you as a grown child who has a pig-headed father. I am old enough now to make friends. It was you that broke the new wood, and now is the time for carving. We have one sap and one root. Let there be commerce between us." And I like that poem because it basically says that life is too short to like have enemies, and like that's just basically saying that you don't have to be enemies, and you can like everybody can always just be friends, and everybody can just love each other. And that was my poet, Ezra Loomis Pound.